Hello, hello.
Oh my god, perfect. Welcome back, guys. Today I have two special guests.
Hi, my name is Sophia DePassier.
How old are you and what do you do?
I'm 23 and I'm a model.
Period.
I'm Cecily. I am 24 next week.
Oh my god. Happy early birthday.
I am so many things. Model, entrepreneur, anything creative.
But we're gonna take a little break and you guys will see us back shortly.
Okay, no.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
I don't know, like
Also,
the
bring the tequila over here.
Nice, see how it goes.
I was like,
right now it's for
I
decoration.
don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'd die mid-podcast. Oh my god, are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're gonna read some questions. A lot of these questions, they're really not that great. And
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to Chick-fil-A?
Yes. Can I have like the chicken
Yeah.
nuggets?
Chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
And you guys are in amazing, healthy relationships. Happy for you guys. What are, I guess, something you would look for in a guy, like a turn on, for example?
To me, I know it's like cliche or whatever, but like personality to me is
I'm
everything.
saying,
You know,
Yeah.
everyone thinks it's just looks.
no, like everything. Like that's a
It's
turn
not.
on person. Like that person could be like the hottest guy ever, and he's like an asshole, like
Or like just
cocky,
super
just like
lame. And like, you know what I
Literally,
mean? Like
just
those guys
kill
that
the
are
vibe.
like, yeah, so what's your vibe?
Do you think, would you still hook up with a guy if they were like lame, but they were like super
no,
attractive?
no,
like 10 out of 10?
no. It
Well,
turns
here
me
you
off.
have it.
Yeah, it's like personality is everything. You know, we're all gonna get old at some point. We're all gonna
Yeah.
like, you know,
So you
like
better
our
be
bodies are
funny.
gonna change.
Yeah, looks aren't gonna last that long, baby.
You know what I'm saying? But like, obviously, if you're attractive, it's like a plus. You know,
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
you're, like
100%.
like everything could be a plus. Like if you're successful, it's a plus. Like, you know, but that it's not everything.
Like, I have to be like somewhat sexually attracted, but like, let's say like you're a 5 and like you're hilarious. Automatically, you just got like 3 extra points. Like now you're an 8 out of 10. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, have you had both past relationships where it hasn't been good? It's been a little toxic.
Oh,
I would say
absolutely.
like
Icky. But what are some like red flags you could see from a mile away? Since, you know, we have, I guess, experience.
so easy.
There's a lot. Let's start with the fact that if you call yourself an alpha, red fucking flag. I'm just gonna put that out there. No,
I have
no,
never
who does
met,
that?
like, I have
Is that in
never
your
met someone
bio?
that calls
Delete
them,
the
like,
profile.
the alpha. I've never met anyone to be like, yo, I'm the alpha. Or
Yeah,
like,
like what? That's like ill.
don't understand. Does it mean like what? Like, you're the stronger one?
Like
or,
alpha,
like,
you're the leader, like the leader of the pack.
Leader of what pack? Like,
What pack? Exactly, what pack?
Like, what? Relationship, whatever. I feel like once they start like doing things like going through your phone or like those little things, or like if you don't answer like at a certain time period,
Oh.
they start being like, oh my god, like. So I think for me, like, that's a turn off.
100%.
Oh my god, and also someone that's like really flashy.
In what
Oh,
sense?
yeah.
In the sense of
Oh,
like,
of course.
I have like a Lambo, like
Yeah.
you're gonna love me, like.
That's
Yeah,
never-
entitled rich men. Like, just because you got money doesn't mean I'm gonna open my legs for you.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Like, the entitlement
I
is
just
really
cringe at the
screaming.
thought of it that anyone thinks that really works.
That's
Or
what
I mean, I'm sure it works, but like you can't think that like.
you try
Every
All
guy,
the
all
women are
girls
gonna
are
be
like attracted to that, and it's like.
But like that doesn't turn women on really anymore. I don't think.
I
like,
don't think
no,
so. Personally,
no.
like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I do not care what car you drive.
It's
like, I think that's one of-
now.
I think I mean, like, obviously, if it's a more comfortable car, like, yeah, of course,
It
like,
has
it's a
to
plus.
be real,
comfy.
and
You
it
know,
goes.
most men get cars for other men to see because
No,
men
yeah,
think
it's.
of other.
I
yes,
think.
it's
I
a
think
male
it's their
thing.
like makeup and their like.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's what I think.
It's the bust their ego.
It busts their
It does.
in their confidence. Yeah,
I think they're trying to
it's-
impress other men. Is what it. Like, what are you doing that for? If you like racing, go race car. Go on a race
Go
track.
race car.
Like, why do you
What
gotta
a
be driving?
kabooms again.
Kabooms, bitch. Why are you driving on the highway going like 115, like risking all
No,
of like,
that's
you know,
true.
that's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Very true. Very true.
So if you're skirting, like cutting everyone off, like automatically,
Yeah.
like certified douchebag.
No,
right
yeah,
there.
another
Sorry.
turn.
Or something juicier. Like
Oh.
what's something really toxic that like someone's done, like a guy has done.
Oh my god. Okay.
We don't have to.
You know what, like-
He's really fucking smart. So what he did instead is he went into the search bar of my messages and would type his name. So every single conversation that had his name in it would pop up.
I hate him.
And he would read every single one.
I hate him.
It's fucking crazy. But
Oh my god, imagine.
does anyone want a shot?
No.
Literally, this shit gotta go then. Like, we just look fucking dumb. Putting it there and not
We were just
drinking.
promoting-
Oh, let's talk about stalkers.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
she
experiences where like they don't leave you alone.
Oh
like you
my
want.
God.
I mean, can we talk about how like my ex got a tattoo of my name
Is
on
this
himself?
I know.
After he got a
After
fucking
they
tattoo
broke up.
after we broke up, after I blocked him, found out by my cousin.
That's fucking insane. That is so like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I've been like stalked in the sense of like someone's followed me, and then like I was gonna say really quick. I was in South Beach and I was walking and I was with my guy friend, and I'm walking and this like guy was with a girl. I passed them and he literally looked me up and down. And I just like rolled my eyes, and then I literally heard him say her, and I turned around and I see both of them looking behind their shoulders back at me, and I literally am like, and they like go back, and I literally was like, I like felt like my blood rise, and like I see them come out from the corner and start to follow us out of nowhere as we're walking back to the car, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Weird how you were with a guy and they still followed you.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That is very scary.
And but like whatever, he goes and he finally leaves, and I wait to, and like somebody's like, what's going on? Why are you stopping? And I'm like, no, like I'm not going. And like he was out of earsight, but I was like, he's following me, and I'm like, and I know he's following me. Let him go, and then so we go to my car, and it's not far from where we were at, and so probably down the street, and so we get there, and like I'm putting all my things in my car, and the guy pulls up on his motorcycle with the girl in the back, and he's like, good to know this one's your car. And he looks at me and just like starts laughing and steps on his gas and goes, and I just like start yelling at him a bunch of profanities and horrible things, and I just was so upset.
That like my heart sunk.
Yeah,
I see why you'd be shaking right now. That's fucking,
and I
that's a threat.
I fucking
That's a
knew,
threat.
like, he's like, I can't believe that just happened, and I was like, and I got so I was like, you see, I'm like, when I say like, when I like rant about men, I'm like, I'm talking about men like that, like I'm not talking, you know, I'm like,
it happens too often, like way too crazy, because I had a stalker, and like when we caught him on the cameras and shit, he looked like he's been doing this he was chilling, and like when we banged on the window to let him know that we were there, he just like calmly walked away. So like these guys like are repeat offenders, like they do this to multiple fucking women, which is so crazy. Like all men thing, when you say like men are trash and stuff, like if you see something happen and you don't say anything and you don't do anything, you're a part of that group, and more often than not, a lot of people don't really interject when they see, number one, like domestic violence or someone being stalked. Like they don't really do anything.
So shout out to my guy friends.
Facts,
time and time, literally, like
they've had my back, and they're like genuinely like good people with good intentions. Like, you know, they would never take advantage. Like, that's
bro. I know, like I totally feel you. When I was on Fresh and Fit, that's how I was, like shaking.
I can imagine.
Oh my god, girl, I was shaking. I was watching that with my mom and like Marcel. We were like, I was my blood. It was.
That's what I'm saying. Like me being there, and like Fran afterwards, she was like, "Bro, you were like shaking, bitch." I was like, "I hope they don't see that in the camera." You really can't, but like, I feel that feeling you're feeling right now, and it fucking sucks. I hate that shit.
It's just pure rage.
No,
speaking of Fresh and Fit, people would like to know what do you guys think of them. So go ahead and give your output. What do you think? Are they alphas?
I think they need to get a real job. Like no one's against you. Like it's like one of those like groups of guys that like they think the world's against them and every woman is like you know what I mean? Like just wants to. Why? Like you think you're gonna get anywhere or find any love? Like you just need to be hugged more. Like you need a hug. But, like just say it with your chest. Like that's manly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking up to. Like it's pathetic. Like I don't know. You spend so much time like doing this podcast to what, and like trying to put women down on camera for what? Right. So I'm just saying.
I don't know what topic it was. Like they were talking if you went out on a date without expecting like any like sexual thing. Like after.
Like as a woman, have you gone on a date? Yeah, as a woman.
Are you kidding me?
As a woman, have you gone on a date without having any expectations of having sex with a person? Yes, right? Correct. We've gone on dates without
like
having any
I'm
intention.
not gonna like if I've never met you, like I'm not gonna
if you think I'm gonna trade food for sex,
absolutely.
If you think I'm gonna trade food for sex, like I'm sorry, sir. Like
right. Like let's be clear, like they like Fresh and Fit, like they come across as like we throw ourselves to be like, you're gonna take me out to dinner or whatever. Like you asked me for dinner.
I hate those. That I'm gonna take you out.
Yeah,
you are. I want to take you out.
That's what I'm saying. Like what? But like you know, like when a guy's like, okay, like let me take you out on a date. Let me take you out on a date. Like that's
they really
literally
emphasize
him
it too.
inviting it, you know, like what I'm saying, like
I'm gonna treat
it's like
you
I'm
right.
gonna
like all this
and
shit.
I'm gonna romance you.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you
That's
know,
so-
like, and I'm sorry,
Pick
it's
a
what you
struggle.
said. I'm not going to trade food for sex. Like, again, personality is everything. Like,
First date is to meet someone, to get to know them. It's not to go fuck. Like, this
That's
isn't
what
like
I'm
a Tinder
saying.
meetup, bitch. This is a fucking date.
and you know, like when they made a comment saying like, oh, like they asked all the guys in the room, they were like, oh, do you when you take out a girl, like do you expect like something like sexual after? And every guy said yes.
That's so insane. Like, that's such a huge problem. Like, that's so
I
wild.
think that's
Bro,
like,
buy a pocket
ridiculous.
pussy. If you were that thirsty for fucking sex, go buy a pocket pussy. Like, the odds of you
Literally.
going to get somewhere with that mentality is slim to none. If I can tell that a man, if I'm going on a first
It's
date,
kind of
right?
concerning. Like if that's the case, like it's kind of
desperation.
concerning.
It's
like,
gross.
No, but
It's
like
also
like,
predatory if you're
yes.
expecting that. If I'm meeting someone for the first time and they're already like,
yeah.
I'm like,
It's like
"Whoa."
it's just so you know that there's very like there's nothing, there's no foundation. Like if you just want
Right.
fucking like
You're building
there's
something.
it's empty. Like that's like I'm not really sexually like wanting to do anything with you if I'm not like intrigued. If I'm not if I don't want to just like hook up with people whether you're pretty or not. Like you know what I mean? Like I can look at you and be like, okay, cool. But like it doesn't make me want to hook up with you.
Yeah.
If you're funny, if you tease me, if we like have chemistry, like you need to build it up. You
That's
can't
what I'm
just
saying.
be
It's
like
a build-up.
one day
There's
is like
foreplay.
Dude,
yes.
Foreplay.
if you go like 2 dates without like making like a
Any
move
sort-
on a girl,
Oh
especially with your
my
penis,
God.
like oh my
So
god,
sexy.
the improvement in your love life, I swear, like you will get a call back. Like
Yes.
girls won't hate you.
I was gonna say that
Literally.
literally. Like if you don't go like any sort of like touchy blah blah blah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my
Because
god.
it's so not common too,
Yes,
you know.
it's
So
so
it's kind of
uncommon.
like it is a turn on. Like it's like there's
like,
respect
oh,
to
like you respect me,
Right,
Okay.
And if you just want
100%.
sex, then don't take anybody else for dinner. Like just tell them that you want to have sex.
yeah.
Yes.
Like I
literally.
feel like you could perfectly go to a club and like
Exactly. There's so many like
Other methods. Yeah.
other methods of seeking sex, but it's not through a first date and like
Yeah.
pretending to try to
And
get to
then
know
being
one just to
mad
fuck
at the
them.
woman for like not being about it. I don't know. It's a little
So weird. Like
right.
there's Tinder for that, or just be like, listen,
Yeah.
like, I'm not looking for anything serious.
Be
And there's
straightforward.
Yes.
Talk. Just
Like I
talk.
feel like especially
Sexy.
like yes, and I feel like especially like nowadays, like we're in 2021. I feel like the more open minded you are, the more like straightforward you are, like the better.
say like you want sex off the bat, there's going to be plenty of women that have that same mentality and will be willing to do that. Like there's no need to like manipulate, coerce, and,
Absolutely.
and when you're open about things, when you're like blunt, it's nice, you know, like you get to
Yeah.
know like the deeper parts of this person versus someone who's just like doesn't want to be vulnerable,
Right.
doesn't want to speak about their experiences or anything. Like it's just like there's no substance to you.
Yeah.
That was great. That was
Oh
great.
my god, wait. Actually, I do want to say something
Say it.
before. I feel like also in that podcast they expect every girl to be the same and to think the same, and I'm just like, you are so
Like you-
wrong.
Oh,
Like I
Let's continue.
like I just feel like you have just had the worst experience with women.
Or you
that,
took
like-
one to
or you
heart
took-
and you
yes.
did not let that shit go.
Yeah,
And,
go to
it's
yoga.
Exactly.
It's unhealed trauma. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
It's
unhealed- and you
One
know-
experience, like just
Or your parents, like you see them, like your mom left your dad or some shit,
Somebody.
like something, or someone broke someone's heart and it's affected you deeply. Like there's other ways to cope with it than like having this like pessimistic view in life forever.
Yes, and like I watched the podcast that you were on, and there was like one girl, I'm not gonna say her name, that she was like, I will not date anyone that like makes less than like $4
$4
million
million
a year.
Like,
Like,
I was like, where?
what are you?
Tell me where that man
talking
is.
about? Like,
Where does it-
like
Yes, yes.
what is
And that was the worst part. The worst part was like, not only are the men like sexist and misogynist, but they have women there that agree with them. And I'm like,
Are you
y'all
serious?
Yes.
I
No,
swear.
Yes.
She was saying, she's the one that said it. She literally said, I will not go out with a guy that makes
Under
less
$4 million.
And
Then
so what's
$4
the
million.
point of them being there? Like,
Bro.
do they think that they want women, wait, so they invite these women that agree with them to not have a debate just to like,
agree on their sexist points. That's what I'm saying. That's Fresh and Fit's whole thing is they invite girls who literally have no like. I'm not like trying to hate on women or whatever, but they invite women who agree with their sexist ideals to continue pushing this ideology. And like, obviously, they didn't know that me and Fran weren't like that. Like, if you look at my Instagram, some stupid blonde bitch, she's a model, like she's not smart or whatever. Well, they saw like what an actual woman who's educated on feminism thinks. And this is, I'm telling you, like the way I think, these women agree with the majority of things that I say. Like this is the mindset of most women who are confident in themselves and love themselves enough to attract a good man.
Right. I agree. And the whole thing like with like the girl with the $4 million and whatever, I'm like, it's okay. Like it's totally okay. Like if that's how you want to live your life and like
teach their own.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I just want them to understand that there's like those types of girls do exist, but also like girls that think like the complete opposite way. They also
like,
do
they
exist.
Want us to give them the benefit of the doubt about men. Not all men are trash, blah blah blah, or like whether they don't even probably try to debate that, but like. You know what I mean? Like, if you want mercy or any way, like, humans range. Like, how are you supposed to think that one person functions the way, like... you found a few dumb friends that all think the same, and you guys now do what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Like, that doesn't mean the whole world thinks just because you guys agree in your room together. You know what I mean? Like...
Exactly. Right. And the thing is, they don't even want, like, a discussion. Like, I had... points that differed from everyone else that I was here to offer, and instead of listening and just being like, oh, they'd be like,
funny how you got
no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Nope, wrong. Like completely. Like I was like, oh, I love an emotional man. They're like, no, women don't. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm a woman right here with a vagina, and I'm telling you right here live that I like an emotional man, and you're telling me I don't. Like.
Right. It's like, how do you know what I want? Like, again, like,
maybe you need to tell other women what they want.
You know
like,
how
like,
weird. Each woman wants a different thing, so ask each one what they want, and that's like...
That's like us just making it, all men want this. And they're like, no, I like this. And then we're like, no, you don't.
Exactly.
Like, it's like...
Let me completely, like, disregard everything.
Really, I want to know your relationship's going moms.
That's what I'm saying.
I really genuinely do. I want to know the relationship with your moms, yourself. Like,
if you have
yoga,
sisters,
do you want to meditate?
Yes. Myron, the asshole, actually does have a sister. I don't know. It's so weird to me how that man has fully a sister and still thinks the way he does. I'm like,
I don't know.
Has she ever like commented about like his podcast or anything?
I doubt it. I doubt his family even knows that he has this podcast because he does it under an alias, under Myron.
They always have his real
name.
It's like amrou fudl or like some shit. Like he does it under a fake name. And his name, Myron Gaines, you know why he chose that name? Because he thinks people are admiring his games. Hello? That's our cue.
Right, next.
Because when I called out Fresh and Fit, people were like, you're a clout chaser. Like, you're doing this for clout. I'm like, girl, it's called...
I never even knew who they were until
no one knows who the fuck these guys are.
Right.
No one.
Like,
we're not in 8th grade.
Like, literally, no one knows who the fuck Fresh and Fit are. Only the incels that watch their shit. No one else anywhere in the world knows who the fuck these people are. Cloud chasing weird.
But it is another crazy thing about this. It's scary to see how many like subscribers they have and how many
people agree with them.
Men agree, and they're like.
When you started debating with these people, and I see their page, I was like, wow, there's a community of them.
It's so scary.
Or
like
you terrifying. See how many people in the world like have been completely misguided and like just like.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? Where did this mindset like make you think like this brings you comfort in any way? Like you need love or like you need something in your life, and this is what you're like filling the void with, just like hate and like
hate.
It's so it really is just so dumb. Like you're not gonna get anywhere with this. Like you're gonna keep disagreeing with people. You're not gonna find real relationships.
It's so dangerous. But Fresh and Fit's like subscriber count is going down because recently they got called out by like another popular creator. So their subscriber count has been going down. So they're so fucking desperate for followers. They're telling people they're giving away a Rolex, like thousands of dollars, like prizes for if you subscribe to their channel.
Shit. All right, let me subscribe. A Rolex.
Maybe I do fuck with Fresh and Fit after all.
I'm just kidding. I would never keep your Rolex.
Yeah, keep your fucking Rolex. Seriously,
I do not need that. I don't want that.
Truly embarrassing. Like, imagine bribing your followers with a fucking Rolex. Like, please follow me. Girl, get it together. This is a good one. How do they want a guy to approach them? How traditional are they when it comes to men and women? I guess so we can go over like what is an appropriate time to approach a woman if you're trying to like, I don't know, get their number or something.
Like at a club or something?
Anywhere.
I mean,
I'll tell you how to not to do it because I actually had an experience like 2 weeks ago where I biked to the beach by myself, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and then it was a great time. And there was a guy there, and I noticed the guy, like, every time I went in the water, like, he went in the water.
Oh,
I went
that's
out,
the worst.
And I was like, weird. So I was like, I'm gonna leave. So I packed my shit, and then I noticed he packs his shit, and I was like, fuck my fucking life. And it's at Jetties, so I'm walking that long ass walk.
Oh my god.
And I hear clink, clink, clink behind me. I'm like, bro, he's like following me, essentially. So I'm like, god damn it. So I pull up to my bike, and I'm like unlocking my bike, and he like walks by. He's like, have a good day. And I was like, oh, have a good day. And then he's like, oh, by the way, like, where are you from? And I was like, fuck my life. That's when you know. As soon as they're like, where are you from? Fuck.
Always.
You're fucked. So this guy's like trying to start a fucking conversation, and he was like, I was gonna approach you at the beach, but I didn't want to be creepy. And I was like, I literally told him, I was like,
a guy at the Jetties did that to me 2 years ago. The same exact thing. He followed me literally, and I gave him my number out of like,
same, me too.
Oh
I was like,
God.
what am I supposed to do? So obviously I gave him my number. He texted me, I never fucking responded, obviously.
Right.
But like, personally, if there's a woman alone
do not
somewhere,
come up to them.
I don't think that's
Please.
inappropriate.
Don't approach.
Do not do it.
So like
He
to
said
me, like
whatever, and then he left you alone.
Right.
That's the
Did
best
your
part.
thing.
to
Keen
me,
to know
yes.
when to leave.
Yes.
Like it's nothing personal, but it's also like, all right.
When
like,
you overstay, you're welcome. Immediately after that, I never want to talk to you again.
Yeah.
I'm so
it's so
sorry.
true. It's personal space.
So for me, like
Bad ways to approach? I don't know. I think we
okay,
like you should know
just
the
like,
vibes.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. Especially, I feel like the biggest one is if they're alone. Especially if they're like
yeah.
listening to music, or don't make them take their
Their
earphones
job- they're
out,
doing a job.
or they're
They're-
working out, not
Yes.
and things like
Yeah.
that. You know,
If she is,
if I'm with
like,
my mom, don't do that either.
that's
Like,
so weird. That's
That
so
is weird.
It's-
I feel like that is so disrespectful.
Don't
like I'm with
when
my
I'm
mom.
walking,
you
when
know,
I'm
like,
walking on
not
the
with my
street
friends.
and you're in a car, don't pull up when I'm walking on the street
Oh,
and put your window down and be
the
like,
whistling.
Hey, my ear.
Oh,
catcalling.
the catcalling and the whistling to me, I do not like. Am I a dog? Do I look like it? Do I have a tail? Do I have a tail?
Yeah,
Like,
all right, they have to know this though. Yeah, we have to tell them how to approach because they
Ser-
can't.
no,
You
you
know,
do. The
not all
catcalling's
of them
not
are
working.
dumb. There's some smart.
catcalling, not good.
it. Literally
Yeah.
shouting from your
Whistling,
window,
not
shouting
good.
from a window.
Maybe breaking it off with a non-creepy joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or compliment her about something not on her body. I heard about that one. That
Yes.
one's good.
Something specific. Something
Yeah.
like, oh, I love your dress. I love your
Right.
style. I
Right.
love blah, blah, blah. But like, you're so beautiful. You're just, like,
You know
thank
what
you.
I
But like,
mean?
we hear that all
It's
the
just
time.
like it doesn't mean
Right,
Yeah.
like we want to have something more meaningful. We want
Yeah.
guys to like maybe like then more than looks, like maybe like something like maybe he likes my sense of fashion,
Yeah.
he likes my
Yeah.
hair up, like or so, like
something else other than like
exactly like
beauty and stuff.
exactly
Yeah.
because it's like it shows how much like they're into you, like they were very observant to like a certain something,
observant,
like,
attentive,
like
attention to
very
detail.
detailed, like
Yes, there you go.
just
Detail-oriented.
kill. Where are you from? Like, where
Yeah.
are you from? I never want to hear that again. Like
Yeah.
I'm here now. That's what matters. I'm here now. Okay. Like
I
Don't
admire that, like, because I feel like it also can be too like easy on guys to like when
Yeah,
I
of
approach it,
course.
but like you can totally feel when a girl is like not feeling it or like uncomfortable. Like you can tell, like
Easily.
they're not gonna give you attention. They're not gonna want to keep the conversation going. Like
And
like
they still keep
the
fucking
signs are
talking.
there. Like that's what you guys need to stop. Like
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
so
when you
true.
feel that like awkwardness, like you're clearly making her uncomfortable, or like
yeah.
she clearly just wants to be alone, or like
Yeah.
leave the like the premises. Like just like leave her, because
If you if you really are looking for like advice on how to talk to girls, it's not Fresh and Fit, it's not Donovan Sharpe, it's none of these guys who are degrading women constantly. Like, just because you were hurt in the past does not mean that you get to express this anger on like everybody around you. Like, go
Yep.
to therapy, baby, and I promise life is gonna look so much brighter for you.
There's
And
other
you're
ways
dating.
to cope.
there's
Yeah.
100% yes. I
So
think everybody in this world should do therapy.
Yes,
Like
I agree.
it's like,
A safe
stress.
place for you.
Yes. A safe
exactly
place.
a safe
There's
place,
always
you
somewhere that you need to vent. Sorry.
if I tell my friends, they're gonna be on my side. They're gonna want to they're gonna
And
want to
vice
tell me everything
perspective
to
is
make me
everything.
feel better. Like the therapist is
Yeah.
just gonna tell me straight up, like she's not gonna want to like
She has
be
no
nice
bias.
about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think everyone should explore that option if available to you.
Yeah.
So I guess our conclusion was go to therapy.
Go to
Go to-
go to
therapy.
Or Chick-fil-A's here. Hee hee.
God.
But thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And thanks for being here, guys.
Of course, thank you for having us.